Beth turned towards Andrea and stared at her silently for a few seconds, before finally saying, "I'm not sure I know what you're talking about." "I think you know exactly what I mean." Andrea eyed her just as long. "Melody is my best friend. I've seen her through every kind of relationship that's possible to have. Through all of that, she's been with a lot of people, but I can't say a lot of those relationships were love. But the rare times I've seen, it's unmistakable. The way you look at her, talk about her, I could tell. It's no different than how you are with her. I love Melody. I always will. But the love I have for her is different than what I've noticed from you. You don't have to hide it, but there's nothing to hide. I think you're reading into something that isn't there." Beth continued to deny it. "Okay, I get it. You don't know me that well, so it's not surprising that you wouldn't want to talk to me about it. So I'll just say this. If you are in love with her, and I have a good feeling you are, I don't think it can end well for you. Melody, she's in a precarious situation. She's already in love with someone. But I know she cares about you too. She's learning to be better with her friendships, not getting so attached. But it's possible if she knew, if she does know how you feel, it may confuse her and cause her to regress in her progress. And I'd hate to see that. Just consider that if you're planning to tell her. Consider her." On the deck below, Melody was trying to get into Bubbles' musical performance. The conversation before got her so heated she needed some fun. But unfortunately, Bubbles' musical talents escaped her. "Woo! Don't worry about that miscord, Bubbles. You've got this!" Mel whooped. "Who knew we had someone on board so talented?" Cam smiled and clapped along. "You're kidding, right?" Melody whispered out of the side of her mouth. "What do you mean? She plays the guitar and sings. That's impressive." "Yeah, and she's bad at both," Mel said through a clenched smile. "Well, she might not be the best, but it's still really great that she tries. We should all commend that effort. Cameron Fletcher, you have to be the nicest person I know. Hear me when I say that will get you in trouble one day. Technically, it already has." "Oh, whoa." Then recollecting their history. "Yeah, I guess that may be true. I don't know. It seems mean to discourage her." "You're a saint, Cam," Mel laughed. After the hot tub confrontation, without saying a word more, Beth left without acknowledging Andrea's accusations about her feelings. It wasn't really that much to say. It was true. She didn't really know Andrea well, and thus she wouldn't be the person she'd confide in about anything. But also, her feelings about Melody, there was no denying that over time, since that New Year's Eve when she kissed her and reassured her that she could get over her, her feelings had only slowly gotten stronger and stronger. Telling her about them was never really a consideration, because regardless of what Andrea said, she was considering Melody. But all of this, it only led her to wonder how much longer she could go on feeling this way without saying or doing anything about it. While Melody was still taking in the musical stylings of Bubbles, she felt a pair of eyes on her. As she turned to look, she noticed right away Saunders approaching her. "Hey," he said as he came up from behind her. "Hey yourself," she said back, playing a bit coy. "You've been scarce today. Giving you a bit of space is all." I don't remember saying I wanted space." "If that's the case, then I'll get closer," he said as he wrapped his arms around her. She settled into his embrace and relaxed a bit, allowing herself to let go some of the heat from earlier. This feels good." A smile spread across her face. She didn't want to say it out loud. She missed him today, and having his arms around her now, she understood more why Saunders wanted to be close to her the night before. Sometimes it is just nice to be close to each other without it leading anywhere. Enjoying yourself? Well, bubbles can't sing. But with you here now, none of that seems to matter. Well, if the entertainment down here isn't cutting it for you, I might have a better alternative for you. Oh? She turned toward him. Kind of alternative. It's a surprise. I have it all set up. You just have to follow me. I don't know if I can trust you, Mr. Saunders. Quit being funny. Just follow me. He eyed her. And though she was suspicious, she nodded and followed behind him to the upper deck. At the end of it all, Beth just needed to be away from everyone for a bit, so she quickly found herself in the fully stocked bar. But she wasn't alone. I'll take double whatever you're having, she said to the woman behind the bar. Double? Well, then I'll have to make a completely new pitcher. This one is all mine, Diana said glumly, as she half-heartedly shook the martini shaker. What could possibly have you that level down bad? Beth rose an eyebrow. Well, thanks someone for asking. I mean, it's me, the Diana Desmond, and everyone seems to be lost in their own worlds, completely ignoring me when I need love and attention the most. Well, it is a couples trip. Can't exactly blame everyone for being coupled up, lost in their own lovey-doveyness. Sure, but I am a celebrity. Doting on me should trump all of that. A celebrity? Beth looked blank. Surely you recognize me. Diana Desmond, 2018 starlet on the rise, the breakout star of Willow's Creek, the star of 6 seasons and counting of 2.5 llamas. Sorry, I don't watch much TV. Whatever. It's not like it matters anyway. I was supposed to be on this trip with Malcolm. He canceled last minute for a business trip. Dana enclosed those words in air quotes. He thinks I'm stupid, that I don't know. But I know every time he goes on one of those things, he's betting every Sherry, Terry, and Harry. I knew Malcolm had that playboy reputation before I married him. But it was supposed to be different. He was supposed to love me, damn it! She sighed. You know, before him, I only ever seriously dated anyone for clout. If they didn't help my career, they weren't worth my time. And Malcolm came along, and it was perfect. Money, power, and influence. He was a perfect choice in a husband. It didn't matter to me if he didn't really love me, because it was good for business. For both of us. But, damn him! I really did fall in love with him. He made me believe he had really fallen for me, too. But instead, he's out there, and I'm here cleaning out the bar on a yacht. And it's not even my yacht! Easy there. Down the shaker. Beth tried to calm her. Why bother? I should drown myself in my sorrows in all of this alcohol. Or, you could get even. If he's out there putting his dick in every hole imaginable, why should you sit around just accepting that? Give him a taste of what you're feeling. Like that would work. There aren't any celebrities on my level that would cause enough of a stir to get him noticed. Besides, not that I'm old or anything. I look very young for my age. Could easily still pass for a young adult. But I am experienced, as they say. A cheating scandal would be so very tacky. We've been able to keep rumors of Malcolm floundering at bay, but the media is so much less kind to a woman who steps out. I could never. If he can be discreet, so can you. In fact, to that end, it doesn't even have to be a celebrity. What good would that do? Not everything has to be for everyone else. You're over here drowning your sorrows into every bottle in this place. You want to feel something, do it for yourself. You can go choke on a plum bob. I suppose. But what would that even look like? I am too good to be soliciting escorts. Then don't. You want to feel something? I can make you feel something. On the upper deck, Saunders had led Melody to a private balcony off the massage area. There was soft music playing, and an easel splayed out in front of them. Oh, I see. Melody eyed the easel. You wanted another art lesson. Could have just said so. Or you could skip the lesson and go right into the practical exam. She bit her lip as she looked him over. The easel is just set dressing today. There are no art lessons on the agenda, Saunders said as he pulled her toward him, started swaying with her. What are you doing? She eyed him confused. Can't hear the music? I set it up so we could dance together. So this was the alternative? She had a wry smile on her face. You don't like it? No, it's not that. It's just... I wasn't expecting this. Saunders had been acting differently since they'd been on the yacht. All of these gestures, these acts of warmness, it was different. Not different bad, but usually they would let their chemistry with each other take the lead. She was comfortable with that. Things like this, they were sweet. They made her feel uneasy, like the other shoe was about to drop. Being close to him like this, it was worrying. Like eventually he'd learn something about her in this quiet intimacy that would turn him away. And she wasn't sure she could handle that. You're quiet, he said, low, warmly. His gaze was so intense it made her blush. I just didn't realize you could dance. We never have before. Well, I wanted to do something nice like this with you. We don't always have to, yes. But you like to, don't you? She gave him a coy smile. I like being around you, holding you, seeing you smile, the way you look at me. The blush on Melody's face deepened. Lucas, she almost couldn't find her words. It's with you tonight. I want you to know you're important to me in so many ways. When we first met, I was afraid to get close to you because I didn't think you'd accept me or my past. Knowing you could see past that has meant everything to me. The way you see me, no one else sees me that way. And it saved me, healed me so deeply. You're giving me too much credit. She tried to look away, but he held her gaze. I'm not. You're special, Melody. You're so precious to me that I can't help but want to hold you close always. I need you to know. Melody's breath caught as she anticipated it. I love you. And there it was. The sounds of the other shoe dropping. The sound of ice crashing to the ground as it missed the martini shaker echoed through the bar. Problem? Beth rose an eyebrow as she watched Diana rush to scoop wet ice off the floor, completely flustered. Problem? Oh, no, it's just that... I thought I heard you suggesting that with you? No, you heard right. But you're a woman. And? Look, it's not that I have anything against you alphabet people or anything. I generally don't like to be called that, Beth said snidely. I can't keep up with every new letter that gets added to your group. I'm not phobic or anything. I was nominated as Ally of the Year at the Sinspiration Awards, but I'm not like that. I'm not into women. Look, you're not my first choice either, but you said you wanted to feel something, and I'm very good at that. Never once had a complaint. You don't have to do anything you're not comfortable with. In fact, you don't have to do anything at all. I can do all the heavy lifting. Something tells me you're used to that in bed anyway. Hey, I'll have you know, the many men who've had me have never complained. I'm an absolute prize. She cleared her throat. But still, I don't think so. Whatever, it's no skin off my nose. If you change your mind, I'll be in the sauna tonight. Beth got up from her stool without getting her much-needed drink, and decided a walk around the yacht to clear her head may be a better option than getting wasted. After Saunders had said those fateful words, it was like everything stopped. Melody didn't know what to say and couldn't string anything intelligible together. Lucas, she stammered. He knew that telling her how he felt, dropping the L-bomb, was a huge step for them. But he'd hoped that once he said it, it would bring them closer together and she'd instantly be drawn to say it back. But instead, he could see how tormented she was by it. He decided to put her out of her misery. Melody, it's late. I should get you to bed. You need your rest. His voice was calm, but Melody could tell he was disappointed, and trying not to let it show. The two walked back to their room in silence. The whole time Melody was searching for what to say. She couldn't just say nothing, right? Saunders had just poured his heart out to her. She remembered when Dre had told her about the time Cam had said he loved her. She was so happy she could cry. So, why didn't she feel that way? She felt strongly about Saunders, so why couldn't she just say it back? She sat on the bed as Saunders trailed her, both still in silence. She looked to him, still searching for the right thing to say, and still not certain she had any of the right words, but she spoke up anyway. Hey, can we talk? Saunders nodded, still quiet, still bearing his hurt. Listen, I'm sorry about before. I'm not dismissing it. I'm really not. I'm just struggling with how to react to it. I know that seems dumb because we've been together this whole time, and we're having a baby together. It's not that I don't feel that way, It's okay, Saunders finally spoke up. It was important to me that you knew how I felt. I told you I love you because that's how I feel, and I want you to know that. I know things like this are harder for you, and the words may not be there yet. I can wait till they are. I can be patient. Beth's walk brought her to Melody's door. She wasn't going to do this tonight, but after everything that's happened, she at least wanted to try to clear the air with her. It would help her sleep better. The rest, her feelings, she could handle those another time. She figured she'd knock just in case she was already asleep. But as soon as she approached the door, she heard movement. When she looked in, there they were. Melody in Saunders' arms. Lucas, she heard Melody moan. If you keep doing that, I can't stand it. Shh, it's okay. We can be close like this if it's what you can handle right now. Lucas, she said breathlessly. Please, I need it, she pleaded, clearly hungry for him. Beth turned away. She didn't mean to stumble upon their intimate moment. She wished she had put off apologizing to her till tomorrow, because now she'll never be able to get that picture out of her head. Beth soon found herself in the sauna. She sat there curled up on the bench, losing track of when she got there and how much time had passed, and replaying all that she saw in Melody's room, over and over again. She felt so stupid. She was having a baby with him. Of course they'd be that way with each other. It was just easier to not think about it, to think that Saunders was like all the other guys Melody had dated, here for a moment but not for the long haul. In a way, when Melody was going through her thing with Andrea, Beth liked that she had chosen her to latch on to. It made her feel deeply important to her. The amount of time they spent with each other, it felt like they were dating each other. As one of the many reasons that Len hated Melody, she wasn't blind to Beth's overwhelming feelings for her. There was no hiding that. She hated to admit it, but a part of her hoped that Melody and Andrea would never make up, because then she could keep buying into that fantasy. That's all it was, a fantasy. And nothing made that more clear than tonight. She just never expected it to hurt like hell the way this did. Just then, someone entered the sauna. Almost so quietly, Beth didn't hear her come in. Well, look what the cat dragged in. A wry smile was crossing her face. I thought about it. And if the offer's still good, Diana started. So you want me to make you feel something? There are conditions. She got down to business. I phoned my lawyer. He let me know he could overnight me an NDA. It'll be waiting for us at our Windenburg rental when we get in tomorrow. You have to sign it. I refuse to have this get out. And I want the legal security that if you dare say anything, I can ruin you. Relax. I won't say a word. Well, you can appreciate how I can't just take your word for it. Promise you'll sign it. I promise. And until the paperwork comes in, before we do anything, hand me your phone. I can't risk you posting anything before you've signed the NDA. For real? I'm dead serious. Fine. I guess I can go a few hours without my phone. Okay then. So, Diana fidgeted nervously. Do I just take my clothes off, or how exactly? It's like I said before. I can do all the heavy lifting. You can just sit back and relax while you let me drive. Beth patted the seat next to her, beckoning to Diana. From there, everything flowed. Beth made Diana feel something, and Beth immersed herself in the moment to help herself forget.
Mouth full of razor blades, I hear the things I say but can't stop how sharp they come out anyway. I'm built to bullets, you won't wear a vest. I know you think I wanna split straight through your chest, but got my fist full of throttle, my finger on the trigger. I have to take pills to get better, but only get sicker. You say you're trying to love, I only fuck it up. We're fucking miserable, but